Welcome, everyone. My name is Susanna Zamataro. I'm the Director General of the International Road Federation. We are headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to a new episode of the IRF Executive Talks series on the road to Istanbul. It's a new series of IRF Executive Talks that we are using to bring to you and to discuss with top executives some of the critical issues that we will address during the IRF World Congress to be hosted in Istanbul from the 15th to the 18th of October 2024. So in less than 2 months, or in 2 months more or less, it is my great pleasure to welcome today to the stage Michael Schuch. He's the CEO of SWARCO. Good morning, Michael.
Hello to you, Susanna. Thank you for having me here today.
Thank you for making the time for this conversation. Michael, you have an impressive career, 20 plus years spent in SWARCO, and you're currentely the CEO of the SWARCO Group, and you're responsible for all the group businesses in both intelligent transportation system, but also in the road marking systems sector. They are driving the strategy, of course, of the company. You're a graduate from the University of Applied Sciences in Vienna, and also an impressive scholar career at the Business School in Leadership and Development from Harvard. Thank you, Michael, again for being with us today. Of course, we will try to make the best in this conversation to extrapolate all this great expertise that you have as a SWARCO CEO. And let me start exactly with SWARCO and the mission that SWARCO is trying to push forward. I've heard you many times in some of the forums where we cross each other, and a fantastic line of communication on your mission is really putting people at the center. Can you tell us a little bit more about SWARCO mission and how you're really doing that? How are you putting people at the core of your strategy?
With pleasure, Susanna. SWARCO is an expert in road safety and intelligent traffic management, as you rightly said, and we have a significant presence worldwide through our products and solutions for road infrastructure, such as road markings, energy-saving LED signaling technology, and software for holistic urban as well as interurban or tunnel mobility management. So towards our customers, I would say, who are primarily public authorities, operators, system integrators, or service companies, you name it, we want to be the trusted choice for future-ready mobility solutions by either providing them with the adequate set of information and the right tools, so to help them solve their daily challenges in urban and interurban traffic scenarios, not only for today, but also for tomorrow, or taking care of everything and unburdening them by providing a full service solution to them. However, and this is exactly what you mentioned initially, ultimately, our mission is about people, the citizen, the pedestrian, the cyclist, the driver of a car, you name it. So our products, systems, and solutions, they need to ensure that your daily trip becomes as safe and convenient as possible, whatever mode of transport you choose today. And well-guided, and that's the upside position fact as well, well-guided and smoother traffic flows, they also result in less emissions caused by transport. And this helps mitigate global warming and climate change. And this is the core fundamental element of our mission statement, or leading idea, as we call it.
Thank you, Michael. And of course, in this scenario that you are describing in terms both of challenges, but also in terms of the attention you're giving to people, technology is that enabler that is really becoming fundamental in modern transportation. So how are you as a company, how is SWARCO leveraging technology to achieve the goals you have just described?
A very good question. Building on what I said before, it is not about cutting edge technology per se. It is about bringing added value to our customers and to help them solve their daily challenges in their mobility context or in the mobility context in general. And this can mean several things. For example, it can mean to leverage technology that has been developed for one specific industry or a specific application. But as SWARCO, we make it applicable for the use in our industry by building on our domain expertise. So for example, we several years ago or decades ago now, we utilized energy saving LED technology in traffic lights, which significantly cuts operating costs for road authorities, not only energy costs, but also maintenance costs. Or it can also mean smart improvements on existing solutions, like the implementation of high performance road marking systems that are easily or need to be easily readable today by cameras and by LiDAR technology, ensuring that they are compatible with modern automated or semi-automated vehicles. Or it can also mean more drastic steps, for example, by leveraging latest technologies such as 5G or edge computing and inventing the future, so to say, of traffic control in general. And here at SWARCO, we are fully committed to connected vehicle services, and we also proactively support the CCAM rollout, so the Connected Cooperative and Automated Mobility rollout. But we also explore since several years already artificial intelligence that everyone is talking about loudly today in various components of our portfolio. And there are live solutions out there already today. So the traffic control has already started. And maybe finally, another element that I wanted to mention, since we are also a manufacturer for glass beads for road markings, and they are quite energy intensive, we are constantly investing and trying to leverage new technologies for our own environmental footprint and trying to reduce it. So focusing on more sustainable production processes and technologies in our manufacturing sites.
Michael, do you have some case studies, some specific application experience that come to your mind, just to give an example to some of the people listening to us today in a specific country or a specific city?
Yeah, I think there are several worth to mentioning, but one specific one, because it had such a significant impact, is a case study that involves the use of our high performance beads, the Solid Plus product, at zebra crossings, and in this case it's in Switzerland, which have greatly improved the nighttime visibility. And Susanna, I think you know some of those places.
I know firsthand, being based in Geneva.
Because in Switzerland they are yellow road markings, and the application or the combination of our Solid Plus product with the material that is being used on those pedestrian crossing, and this enhanced the performance, especially during nighttime visibility, so significantly that the fatal accidents were brought down to almost zero. And that shows actually what high performance products can bring in order to improve safety and reduce fatalities.
But now this example you're bringing to the table makes me think also that application like this could be saving thousands of lives in other regions of the world. Yeah. So one question to you, because SWARCO is seen as top-tier company, high tech, to which extent the technologies and the methodologies you're using can be also applied in other regions of the world?
A very good question. And specifically the case study that I was talking about now with Solid Plus, it is a product that we ship globally. So there is no region that such a performance bead cannot be applied to. And in fact, we are trying to. And of course, there's always competition, and we also have to match what the competition or the pricing is in those regions. But it is a supplement element in this specific case, where we believe with our technology, especially on the production side, we can be competitive on a global scale, and we have to be competitive as well.
Which now makes me think to another issue, because we're painting a perfect world, everything, a fantastic technology, great company, great service. But we know that out there, it doesn't really work as smooth as we are presenting it. So if I were to ask you as a CEO of a big international company, what are the main barriers that you see from your perspective as a provider and a CEO of a multinational company to the progress in the field both of ITS, so intelligent transportation systems, or road safety? And according to you, how could we really overcome these challenges? How can we address them? The elephant in the room.
Your question addresses a point that I think a lot about, because we are engaged in an industry that very much is about public procurement processes, tendering processes, public budgets. And I would say there are several main barriers to progress in intelligent transportation systems and road safety, some of which are caused by the industry itself, I have to say, by maybe the lack of cooperation, by maybe silofication, as we also used to call it, or proprietary solutions, which avoid other competitors to connect to existing systems or installed base. But others are related to infrastructure issues, like the compatibility with existing legacy system. Because let's not forget, some of those systems, they are out there 20 plus years already. So upgrading them to the latest technologies might be difficult or impossible. There are other elements like funding shortfalls. I can think of regulatory inconsistencies, like and we talked about road markings, like the lack of uniform regulations. In Europe, a big topic. There is no minimum standards that the European countries have agreed upon, which also complicates then the standardization of safety measures. And last but not least, often neglected, but very important, that there is a shortfall in understanding the benefits to the daily road users so that they can more likely adapt to such systems. To give examples, for instance, poor road markings, especially in bad weather conditions, they hinder automated driving systems. But there are positive examples out there in certain markets with performance criteria. So it's not about the cheapest product. It also needs to consider the performance of the product that is being put out there to ensure the visibility in night or rainy conditions. And so I think the second part of your question was about how to tackle those challenges, which is probably the more challenging one. And ultimately, there needs to be an increase in investment in road maintenance. There should be an improvement of road markings, quality and visibility demanded in tender specification. There should be a harmonization attempt in regulations across the regions. So to utilize also economies of scale in certain products, and accelerate preparations for automated vehicles. And I think by doing so, we can ensure safer, more efficient roads, of course. And I said it many times before already in other settings, the time for pilot projects is clearly over. And now it is the time for wide-scale deployment of ITS solutions, and this must be driven forward. So that was a bit of a lengthy answer.
Well, it gives us an idea of how many critical issues we will need to address. And at the Congress, of course, we will have a chance to do that during the IRF World Congress in Istanbul. And by the way, Michael, thank you so much for SWARCO support. SWARCO is a gold sponsor to the event. And maybe to the other companies out there or potential participants, what in your view makes these type of gatherings like the IRF World Congress so vital for the industry? And how do you see SWARCO contributing? I heard your shopping list when it comes to critical issues that we will have to discuss with a couple of ministers.
Shopping list is good. I have to say, I think gatherings like the IRF World Congress are especially vital for not only for this industry, but in general, because the IRF has an extremely strong global network that helps strengthening ties into existing markets, but more importantly, it also helps in opening new markets. And it is definitely a great platform for industry leaders to exchange ideas, showcase also innovations, and collaborate on solutions to not only current challenges, but looking ahead also to discuss about what are the future trends and how can we maybe jointly address those. And yeah, as you said, as SWARCO, we are also always trying to actively support working groups within IRF to contribute with our expertise, with our view on certain shortfalls maybe also, or barriers as we discussed before, and hopefully jointly also to overcome with some ideas, jointly brainstorming about it, and come to better solutions for us all at the end of the day.
Anything special that we can expect on your booth at the Congress? Something you're gonna surprise us, or you wanna share something, or you keep this?
Yes, we will definitely show an expanded version of our immersive Go Green virtual reality experience. So through this experience, we are showing actually how modern ITS solutions can help our customers to reduce air pollution, make traffic flow better, or to protect vulnerable road users. That is what we will show from one of the elements that we will show from our ITS division. Another element from the road marking system side will be for sure our high performance glass beads, the SWARCO Solid Plus products that we discussed before on the case study in Switzerland. But we will also highlight airport markings, preformed markings, tactile systems designed to support disabled and visual impaired people to be more inclusive, or make sure that we support also inclusiveness in transportation. I think this is a bit of a mixture of and a preview of what we are going to show there.
It sounds very exciting, and it gives me a chance also to underline that we have convened to the IRF Congress, not just the roads people, but we're looking at as a complete system. So public transport, cities, whoever has anything to do with mobility, we there. So we look at it really as a system.
And I really look forward to it.
Yes, our time is almost finished, but Michael, I don't want to leave you without asking you a final question. Thinking as well to that nice shopping list of critical issues to address that you were sharing with us. As you know, we'll be hosting on the very first day of the Congress a ministerial meeting within the Congress itself with a specific focus on decarbonization and resilience, where we bring also that element of economics, but also putting people at the center. Tricky question for you. If you were given a chance to send now one clear message to that ministers and powerful people that will be sitting in that room, what would that message be?
Only one. I will extend on that one maybe.
Okay.
Ensure that the budget for road infrastructure are protected. Mobility is about enabling individuals to move around effectively and efficiently and safely, which plays a crucial role in enhancing quality of life, supporting economic opportunities, and fostering social inclusion. But do this whilst prioritizing sustainability in tender processes. Select not just the lowest bidder, but the one offering the best overall package with sustainable production, sustainable products and solutions. And if we cultivate this now, if you cultivate this now, and it will grow, then it will grow into a sustainable legacy. And that's, I think, would be my key message.
And it's a message, Michael, that we'll be happy to support as the IRF. It's exactly in line with our vision of things. We have been pushing on this idea on the importance of having proper methodologies or benchmarking methodology through which we can really assess where we stand and also make sure that we have fair competition, or we raise the standards, and then making sure that procurement acknowledges that and rewards that in that respect. That's the only way that we will be able to really raise the bar and push things upwards instead of downwards. Michael,
and do our part in climate change and global warming, I would say, to make sure that we are reducing those effects.
Yes, and we always say we do have solutions now. So we don't need to wait for something fancy to come up later. We just need to make sure that we are able to use methodologies, product technologies already exist. And the Congress will definitely be an opportunity for all the policymakers, the authorities, but the industry itself to really make an assessment and see how much our industry is already doing. Michael, time is up for us.
We went fast.
Yes, we look forward to talking to you in Istanbul, and an invitation to all those who are listening to us, register as well for the Congress as soon as you can. And if you want to set up meetings with SWARCO team, reach out to the IRF. We'll be happy to make the bridge. Michael, thank you so much. And thank you to all those who are listening to us today.
Thank you, Susanna, for the very pleasant discussion and talk with you. Thank you. And
thank you.
Regards to everyone, and looking forward to meet all of you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.